What down, y'all? Back again. Say It Again podcast. This Logix.
It's Ace.
And we back. It's a lot of news out. Starfield it's not it hasn't been released officially. Is it like if you pre-ordered it, you got access now, or is just the embargo's over for
people
reviews?
Put forth extra bit of money, get it on the 1st. Everybody else get it on the 6th. I think it might even be some other situation in there as well.
I think the 6th is the pre-launch.
The 6th is the main
and then
date.
Today, I think they just probably the embargo is just lifted, right?
The embargo is lifted today. That's where we're getting all the reviews. But tomorrow, the 1st, is when people who pay for the extra, a few days early.
So I've looked at a lot of reviews, at least 4 reviews I've looked at today from people I trust for the most part, and they all over the place. What about you? Have you seen anything?
Yeah, it's a few guys I follow, like Fudge Muppet and them. They love it. They big Skyrim players, Bethesda games in general, Fallout, all that type of stuff. They've been loving it. But they mostly do like role playing with it and everything else like that. And then some other people are saying they're having some issues with. A lot of people are saying that the first 10 hours or so is boring.
Yeah, I heard the beginning is hard to get through, but I didn't know he didn't say 10 hours.
Yeah, that's what I
was heard. IGN's review.
Yeah,
I don't look at IGN in the highest regard, but I still want a lot of opinions.
Yeah, exactly. A lot of people are gonna look at that one in general for the first one they watch. But that's what I'm hearing. The first 10 hours is a little tough to get through.
10 hours is a lot.
Yeah, it's one of those it get good later type situations. But a lot of people's loving it. They're saying the combat is great. It's excellent. The story mode is actually really good as well.
I think that's the biggest highlight I saw.
Yeah, too. So I'm thinking this show, your typical Bethesda game. If you like the other ones, I think this is gonna be right up your alley. If you didn't, I don't think you're gonna have anything that's gonna change your mind.
Right. So I like Game Ranks a lot. Jake Baldino on Game Ranks, I like him a lot. And he did the Before You Buy, and he wasn't in love with it. He said it's a good game, obviously, but he said if he didn't see nothing that stands out from a Bethesda, it's like another Bethesda game. Not in a bad way, though. It's like if you got these expectations that this game is supposed to blow your mind, he said it just didn't do that for him.
Okay.
He seemed pretty honest, though. He said he didn't even see a lot of bugs. Some people said they had a lot of bugs. Some people said they didn't. I don't know. I guess the game's so big, anything could happen.
True.
I seen ACG. He loved it. ACG really loved it. I don't know who this person was. I saw the review. What?
I was about to say ACG got me because he opened his review.
Oh, his review. It was funny.
It was it's full of bugs. It's not what you think.
The first one, I was like, he finna be on bullshit. I was like, I definitely. That was good. He's a good writer.
Yeah.
For me, being is not the biggest RPG guy, and I think I'm gonna just pass, man. I literally had it on my wish list on Steam, but I'm gonna just pass, especially for $70.
Yeah.
I think that from what I've gathered from everybody, I don't feel like I'm gonna get what I want out of it.
Now, did you play Fallout 4, 76,
never
Skyrim?
Played Fallout, never played Skyrim. That type of stuff don't interest me.
Okay.
It just don't, and that's why I like for this. I was like, I need to hear. Gotcha. I need to hear a lot of action. Like, this is what I was looking for, was good action, and they said it's good, but I think that it doesn't carry the game. So if it don't carry the game for me, that's why I wasn't. That's what was gonna make or break it for me.
Yeah, well, I think it's another one for the fans. Like I said, there's a lot of fans out there, Bethesda in general, and people that play every single one of their games. I'm one of them. I've been playing it ever since Morrowind back in the day. So it's been some good stuff. I remember one of the big ones for me when I really got into it. I dabbled with Morrowind, but Oblivion on 360.
Is that Skyrim? Or is it just
they're all Elder Scrolls.
Yeah, what is it? Elder Scrolls?
Elder Scrolls, Morrowind, Elder Scrolls, Oblivion.
The title is
Skyrim.
Elder Scrolls, and then all the other stuff got Skyrim.
And it's even ones before that, like Daggerfall and so on and so forth. Those mostly PC games, but you can still get them nowadays. I think they on Steam. Don't quote me on that. But yeah, good games overall. And you can see how they've progressed over time. And a lot of people emulate them and stuff like that now too. Like, what was that game? The Outer Worlds?
Outer Wilds.
That was different. Outer Worlds was the one. It like emulates, their style of gameplay. And they do make good games. Like, I can't think of many other people who have like huge open world games like that you could switch between third and first person at any given time. Still got the full combat and everything. The settings is mainly what set them apart.
Yeah. Now, what it sounds like what they did with the game is nothing short of amazing.
Oh yeah.
The planets and all that, like all the options and how big they are and stuff. But I noticed that nobody was doing combat in third person though. What's with that? So you can only do first person combat. I didn't see not one video footage of somebody doing combat in third person.
I did see that when they did the
traveling.
When they did the direct, they showed the guy that was running around punching people. He was doing melee combat. I remember seeing that. But recently in the reviews, I don't remember seeing it either, right?
I haven't. That's upset me too. Just same with shit with Cyberpunk. I'm like,
I saw somebody running around.
What is y'all issue with third person combat?
Yeah.
GTA lets you seamlessly go between the two. Like you can do the whole thing first person. I don't get why.
I think they let you switch between. I'm pretty sure.
Not one. I ain't seen no footage since these reviews of somebody doing combat third person.
I just
seen people running.
I just remember from the direct them showing him run up talking about neural punches and they hit somebody and they go flying over the railing and stuff.
I wonder if that's just a special case because just like with Cyberpunk, it just goes third person when you're on a vehicle.
Yeah.
You know, so I wonder if it's one of those type of situations.
Yeah. Speaking of that, Cyberpunk gonna be. I'm kind of liking this new setup.
You getting the DLC?
I think I am.
I'm not. I'm gonna check out the patch, the new updates, but I don't think I'm.
Yeah, $30 and stuff like that. You know, I'm an Idris Elba fan, as an actor and stuff like that. I think it's gonna work out with the way they're going with it. It's gonna give me another chance to get into it because it keep feeling like for me, I had Cyberpunk day one, and I played it day one.
I thought you didn't touch it. I thought you said you
no.
Didn't open
I had it for PC, and then I bought the physical copy, or no, someone gave me a physical copy for like Christmas, something like that. You know, when they dropped all the physical copies, like $20, stuff like that. I think my brother gave it to me or something. But they keep updating it. And they keep updating it to the point where like your old characters don't matter in certain ways because they keep changing the whole perk system. And they said they're doing it again now. I thought they had it down. So I'm like, okay, I'm about to jump back in. They're like, no, we changing the whole perk system. We changing the whole cops and everything. So now they got max tag coming in and everything. It's like GTA now, like almost like Star system, where it gets worse and worse as time goes on. And it barely even had a cop system when it first came out.
Yeah, shit was weird.
Like people just spawned into the area. So I'm excited to see what they change with it and what's going to be different and what's paywalled and what's not. Because even with the car combat, it looked like that's going to be real interesting. They said that's not paywall, but then what is? Like,
I think what's paywall sure that whole new area is the story.
But that story is in a whole new area of Night City.
Right, which you won't have access to.
So I'm sure that's going to be paywall.
I'm sure there's like, I think there's going to, the mechanics of the game is what's everybody going to get. Like, they can't just have DLC have different mechanics than the rest of the game. Of course. Once you get out of the DLC, you're going to want to. So I'm probably... you probably gonna have access to certain guns and vehicles. Like maybe you can only get certain guns and vehicles through the DLC, especially when you consider the game isn't played like with other people or nothing like that. It's probably guns, clothes, vehicles, missions. You know what I'm saying? Achievements, of course. But as far as the cop system and all that, and there's probably still gonna be new weapons and stuff like that. I'm sure all that shit is gonna be for everybody, which is why I'm gonna check it out. I honestly, even after the game was completely fixed, I'm not in love with Cyberpunk. Like, it's a good game and like I liked it and I enjoyed it, but I don't want to beat it again. I'll probably go do the missions I haven't done yet. I ain't 100% it or nothing, but I'm not starting over. I'm definitely not doing that.
Yeah, I'd probably try it over.
I really just wish the game was third person. I think I would like it a lot more. I just
Cyberpunk in general, the whole game through third person?
Yeah, I just wish you had the option to play it. Like, I just hate that. Starfield 2, why am I creating somebody I can't see? Especially in a spacesuit.
That's a normal complaint with a lot of games where people are like, why do I have all these cosmetics that I can't see?
I can't see it 90% of the time.
And correct me if I'm wrong, but wasn't there an issue with Cyberpunk where you couldn't see your character in the mirror or something like that when it first came out?
No, it wasn't how you supposed. It wasn't what you picked.
Got you.
You made yourself look a certain way, but when you looked in the mirror, you didn't look like. Okay. Yeah, it was broken. So
yeah, it's been issues like that, but I think Cyberpunk's gonna be awesome. Like it's some really good games out there doing the whole, RPG open world aspect. Like we said, Cyberpunk. Now we got Starfield and all the other Bethesda games that we had. I think it was something else I was playing recently, but I can't remember it right now.
I mean, yeah, like I said, it seems like a really good game. I would tell anybody to get it if that's your lane. Yeah. I just think for me, it's not my lane.
I feel you.
Armored Core 6.
Really want that one too.
Is it 60 or 70? Probably 70.
It's 60. Yeah. When I looked
at it, some people weighing
exactly.
Stuff out.
And I think it's a perfect price point for that in general. Like, but I just was holding off to see what the reviews were like and everything else like that, because it's been a while since they made this, and I'm not even sure it's the same guy that's doing it. Like, I'm not sure if it is or not that was doing it before. But I was excited to see
the studio that did
From Software.
But
I'm saying the actual like director who did it before. Yeah, I'm not sure if it's the same guy, but I'm liking everything that I see, and a lot of the streamers and everything that I watch, they've been having a lot of fun with it. Basically saying it's a good single player and stuff. People now starting to get into the PvP aspect and building all these crazy mech and everything.
Aspect.
There is, yeah.
I didn't know that.
So you can build a mech and fight against your friends or whatever. So
okay,
that's the way it's always been.
Okay,
but yeah, I've always had
the thing is, remember I told you when I saw it, I didn't know nothing about it. I was interested because I like mechs, but when I saw it getting played, I was like, I didn't know how I felt about it. I think I'm not into that, like building the best. I'm not into like building stuff. I think that's probably why I'm not a big RPG. Like when people do fucking builds and shit, like that's not my thing. Like I like it more simple. Like I don't want to have to figure out what works best and how I counter this.
That's why we work talking to each other there, because I love that type of stuff.
Yeah,
the build theory, the build crafting, and all that type of stuff.
I'll do it, but I don't invest like a lot of thought into that type of stuff. Like, what's the strongest?
That's why I can't wait to get my hands on Baldur's Gate 3 eventually, man.
Yeah,
I'm trying to wait till it comes to console, because like building a character in there that just dominates stuff. That's what I like to play games for. I'll
do it, but like I said, I can't put a lot of thought and effort into that shit. Like, what's the highest numbers? Now some stuff like what I did like doing it on was what's the game? The third person shooter, 3 of us, 3 people. The one that came out recently, and we dropped it. What's the name of that damn game?
It's not Remnant.
The aliens, the 3 people. And they got the elemental powers. What the hell is the name of this game?
Wow, that just show you how forgettable it was.
God damn, what's the name of that game?
I know what you're talking about.
Exactly.
Now. I cannot remember.
We didn't finish it, or I didn't finish it. It's impossible to beat by yourself, damn near.
Yeah.
What is the name of this game?
Yeah, but even that, I wouldn't say it's like build theory craft and stuff.
It's not, but I like doing it in that because it wasn't deep.
Yeah, that was like the simplicity aspect.
It was simple, but it was like I was stacking some numbers, like what I'm saying.
I get what you're saying.
It wasn't deep, but it was like that's the extent of what I like. I really wish we can remember.
I'll give you an example. You said you love Mass Effect.
Yes.
Now Mass Effect, over time they did make it more streamlined, but it was that type of game. You can make a build, like you can make a space wizard with guns or no guns and just be a full on space wizard and stuff.
Yeah. But it wasn't complicated.
I can agree with that. It wasn't necessarily complicated.
You was still kind of like what you want to put more into. It was like this is this power.
What did you go with, by the way?
I don't.
You remember?
No, I don't. I don't remember. I've kept the same person 1 through 3, but I don't remember.
Yeah.
I think you could change. I think I changed it for the 3rd one though.
You could change it for each one if you wanted to.
I think I changed it for the 3rd one.
Yeah, I went tech for the most part, and that was fun.
I actually want to go back and start from 2 and start a new story with a girl.
Yeah, I do too.
But I still got to beat 3.
I need to go through a Renegade playthrough. That'd be nice.
Oh, I think that's what I said I was going to do with the girl was do Renegade. I think that's what I was going to do.
Yeah.
I believe. Gee, what's the name of this game? We can't think of the name of it. It's going to bother me. We played it, like, I liked it, but we just never beat it. Why we can't think of the name of this?
God damn.
I can't. What? Fucking no. Oh God, I know it's like whoever watching this is screaming at us like it's
just gone right now. It's been a long week, man.
I don't have my phone either.
It's been a long week.
Whatever. Okay, so Immortals of Aveum came out. Was that something? Were you interested in that?
Apparently, that's another forgettable game.
Were you ever interested though?
It looked interesting, and I've been saying for a while now with a couple of my guys that they needed to make a full-on Magic type game where it was, a AAA game where it's like fully Magic, like first person, third person. It didn't really matter to me and stuff like that. This looked like that. This looked like they put a lot of effort into it and everything else like that. The problem is, from what I'm hearing, it's like one of those 7 out of 10 forgettable experiences. There's no multiplayer, from what I'm saying.
Starfield 7.
Oh wow.
Okay. I thought that was a little low. I thought they was gonna give like an 8.5.
So did I. But yeah, that's news to me. But yeah, Immortals of Aveum, I'm hearing like it's serviceable. It gets it done. It's like one of them games you wait to buy half off, if anything.
Bro, I wish I made this announcement on the podcast or on one of my videos and just said, this is exactly what I knew was gonna happen. Like, I wish I said it so people believe me. Like, I would have called this. I'm like, this look like one of them games. Is just like, okay, cool. Yeah. Like, it just, when I saw it, I'm like, I don't know, something about it just was so mediocre. It was just, I feel like there's little room to make a game that's okay. You know what I'm saying? Like, this year is crazy.
Oh yeah.
Like the competition, like there's not a lot of room to make okay ass games. Like, it either needs to be severely like discounted for what it is, or it needs to be a really good game no matter the price point. If it can be a really good, like Texas Chainsaw Massacre, it's a really good game that's only $40. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like, it's $40, yes, but it's still good, especially for what you're paying. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So you got shit like Mortal Kombat, you got Baldur's Gate, you got Starfield. It's too much heat out here for you to be making a game. I mean, granted, you can't be in control of what other people make, but when I saw it, I'm like, this game is not finna do nothing that anybody's like overly impressed and like in love with. Yeah. Like, it was nothing about it that stood out. It was nothing about it that made me feel like I had to play it. It didn't. It was unique in the aspect of magic. You know, it reminded me of Forspoken, but Forspoken at least had, again, I think making games third person helps. Yeah. I really think it helps a lot.
It reminded me of one of them games that like THQ used to make back in the day,
like a AA.
Yeah, and no offense to THQ because I played a lot of their stuff.
THQ was a shit.
Yeah, it was, but this just literally seemed like one of them games. Like, I'm not gonna go out and get it day one, and I'm probably not gonna think about it until like a Christmas sale when I ain't got nothing else to play.
I wouldn't get that game until it was free. I wouldn't even pay $10 for that. And that's just, maybe that's just me.
A lot of people thought. It looked like it was gonna be a Game Pass game. That's what I thought when people told me
that would have served them well.
That probably would have served them very well.
Speaking of, Exo Primal should have did that shit too. I think Exo Primal would have did well.
Exo Primal is on Game Pass.
It should have been a free game. Well, okay, yes, I meant that as in it should be a free game. Period.
Gotcha.
Exo Primal should have came out as free because that type of game, it's just it's a hard sell to get somebody to pay $60 for that type. You know,
that's it.
Especially when you put it. Excuse me. I'm sure they got that reception when they had the beta out. You know, it was just kind of like, bro, y'all got to pick and choose your battles.
Like, I tried with Exo Primal.
It wasn't bad. I just wasn't going to pay $60, $70 for it.
For me, like, that's why I know I'm going to love, like, Baldur's Gate and stuff like that. A well thought out, fully crafted, story-driven game.
You into
with
the lore,
hours of gameplay, with lore and all that other type of stuff.
You into Dungeons & Dragons.
I am. But that being said, like, Exo Primal, the combat is good. It's got the characters and so on and so forth.
And it's got a good concept.
I can't necessarily say the lore is good. It is a unique concept, but I don't like those type of games where you just got to do the same thing over and over. And I know, people out there going to say most games are repetition, but this game literally is.
It's literally
you fighting on the same map every single time. You fighting the same enemies every single time. It might come in like 10 missions down the line that it switches up and throws, a whole nother setup at you, but then you don't even even in the reviews and stuff like that.
Anthem's problem too.
Yeah, even in reviews and stuff like that, it was the same thing. I don't want to have to play the same thing over and over and over again to grind for a new skin or a new weapon and so on and so forth. Like, it don't do it to me.
What's the difference between that and like a Friday the 13th or Texas Chainsaw or Dead by Daylight? What's the difference?
For with Dead by Daylight and those I'm not gonna lie, those really haven't been my games either for the most part. But I will say the difference there is the whole horror aspect and the whole
being on tense.
Yeah, the whole people play games. It's why people go to haunted houses and everything else like that, to have that feeling. If it gives you that feeling, fine. But I didn't even get it's not a horror game with Exo Primal, but I didn't get any particular feeling from it and so on and so forth. It wasn't like a tense thing. It was like, okay, do this, do it again, do it again, do it again.
And there's little that varies.
Yeah, and even with that game in particular, they have the static characters. So this character has 4 abilities. And that's their abilities. It's not like you unlocking new guns or something like that. So you don't even have that draw to keep you in there. It's just play the same character, level it up. From what I saw, they had a backpack slot where it was a couple different things.
Every character was a class,
but every character was its own class. So it's like
I'm trying to put it in the aspect.
I would relate it more to like an Overwatch or something like that than anything else.
Overwatch was what I was thinking about. I was like, but I love Overwatch.
Class type game.
I love Overwatch.
But the thing, Overwatch is PvP.
You see what I'm saying? Like, changes
there
up.
are differences
There's
when you playing with your friends, when you battling against people, competition.
Dead by Daylight in them too, though.
Yeah, you're playing against people too. Yeah,
So
and that changes the aspect. Because like that's what I'm saying. You can say like Mortal Kombat is repetitive. You fight the same match, but you're fighting against people. That's where the fun is. That's where the fun lies. Like it's a whole different type of genre in general.
Well, it has a PvP aspect. It's PvEVP. Remember?
Even that, like, okay, what that is in that situation, you'll fight against the dinosaurs and everything else, and it'll get to a point where it'll be like, oh, y'all at the same part of the map. And now y'all got to shoot at each other. So you can shoot at each other. But you're still trying to get the objective of getting, the box to the payload or whatever it is.
I think it could have worked. I think it was
like I said, it's people out there love it.
It should have been free.
Yeah, it should have been free.
If they would have got that investment, they could have tweaked.
If they would have made it free, I think it would have been a lot better for people. People would have had more engagement. Because I even think the Steam numbers on it are like lower now.
Abysmal. Yeah, I'm sure they're abysmal. I haven't looked. The game has gone into obscurity already.
Yeah, pretty much.
But so when you getting your PlayStation Portal?
When you getting your PlayStation?
I already made my rage about that shit.
And see, with that one, I love the PSP, bro. I still got my PSP. It's still working, everything. I thought that when they first announced, I was like, oh, bet they bring out another PSP.
Man, what? You didn't know what it was when they announced it?
They didn't say a lot when they first announced it. Like, it was a while ago. They didn't say too much about it at all.
The first time I saw it, I knew what it was and said, this is dumb.
I think the first time I heard about it, they had, like, filed a patent for it. Everybody's like,
yeah, I think that's what you thought. Yeah.
Everybody's like, it's going to be a new.
Get my hopes up at that.
Yeah, it's going to be a new PSP. I was like, okay, bet.
I didn't.
Can't wait to hear more about it. And then they was like, no, this is what's the. It reminded me. You remember that thing they had before where it was like PSTV, where it was like a little box that you could play PlayStation, you could play PS Vita games on your TV.
No, I never knew about that.
It might not have been Vita. It might have been PlayStation Portable.
Either way, I didn't know that was a thing.
Yeah, but you could basically take it and you didn't need the portable system.
You
could just take the game and put it in there and play it directly on your TV with your like PS3 controller or something.
Oh wow, no, I didn't know nothing about that.
Yeah, it was crazy, but they didn't sell a lot of them. It wasn't a huge thing. People didn't care because like either I bought my PSP to play handheld. So why would I now want to put it on TV?
You have to switch though.
And it didn't even let you play the whole roster of PSP games. So it was like certain ones that supported. But yeah, it's like one of those niche things that some people got for collector's editions and so on and so forth. But this reminded me of that. Like I don't know who this is for because they said like one. Your PlayStation got to be on and it got to be running because it's the processor for this, and it just sends it to the system, the handheld. By that, we already have that. You can get that on your phone now. You can put remote play on your phone, like,
and it works.
You could probably still remote play on your Vita if you still got one that works with PS4 games and stuff. Like I used to do that. Like when I went out to my mom's for Christmas stuff.
I do work with the 3, but
with the 4. I don't know. I highly doubt it worked with the 5 now.
No, I'm saying it worked with the 4.
No, it worked with the 4. I was actually doing that. I was like when we go out there for Christmas and stuff.
I didn't know that. I didn't know that. I thought it was
it was interesting.
Where that stopped.
I was playing all kinds of stuff.
I never had a Vita or a PSP.
Yeah, good stuff.
Yeah, like shout out to the dude that was in my comments, like having conversation with me. There's no disrespect to you. Yeah, I had somebody. He was defending it. He was like, this look tough. You know what I'm saying? Like he said, the backbone is laggy. I never used the backbone. But the people I know that have it don't have. I've never heard no real complaints about the backbone. He said it's laggy. You know what I'm saying? It's only 200, and he compared it to what he compared it to. He said Switch. I don't know, but he basically was saying 200 ain't a big ass. I said it's I said it's a big ass for the little that it does.
How much is the backbone?
$100. That's what he compared it to. Actually, he said the backbone is laggy, but for $100 more you could get something that's made just for this or whatever. So I'm just like, but I don't have a problem with the product. My problem with the product is how much it costs for what it can do.
Yeah, and that's the other thing.
If you want to make whatever you want, just make the price make sense. Why am I paying $200 to play my same PlayStation at home with this device when I can already do that with remote play?
Yeah.
If I have a shitty phone, I'm not gonna spend $200 to then. If I have a PlayStation and a shitty phone, why would I pay $200 for this device to play my PlayStation off of the TV?
Yeah. I also found out as well that Sony like set it up where you can't use Bluetooth headphones on it.
And then you can't use Bluetooth.
You have to use their proprietary headphones.
Does it even have speakers on it? Does it play out loud?
That I don't even know.
Maybe if it don't, that's crazy.
Yeah.
But if it does, now I'm confined to having to buy. If I don't buy these 2 new headsets, I gotta buy the old one maybe.
Yeah, well, it's a portable system.
I hope the old one works. The old one better work.
It's a portable system. I mean, people usually use
ear.
headphones, but they said it don't work with Bluetooth headphones.
I swear to God, I hope
you have to buy
one of those.
Sony's new Bluetooth headphones.
People that review shit gonna have to buy it, but fuck that. I feel like they should literally be like, no, y'all not getting a dime out of it. Everybody that reviews shit, I think they should just not do it. But I guess they got to do it for the people that watch their channel. Yeah. But they probably people going to some free ones, bro. Like you said, it's portable. You more than likely do need headsets. So now I have to buy your shit. That is the most anti-consumer shit that they probably ever done. Yeah. Bar what we finna discuss.
I'm sure there's some people out there that want this, and all luck to you.
How? Dude was defending it.
It's gotta be a very niche situation.
Like, I only if you collect shit. Phil, I think Phil gonna get all this shit regardless. Shout out to bro. But outside of collecting that shit, like, why?
Yeah.
Why? You can't even use it outside of where the PlayStation at. Like, you can't go to work and use it, right? Because it's got to be on the same Wi-Fi. Like, it works on the same. It got to be on the same Wi-Fi.
That'd be like situation where like you got one TV in your house, and your girl want to watch something. You want to play PlayStation, but you ain't got no other TV to play it on. So you're like, oh, I'll just whip this out.
Right.
That's the only situation.
I got remote play on my PC. You know what I'm saying?
I can think of it. I ain't knocking nobody. You ain't got 2 TVs, but like, just buy another TV instead of buying this thing for $200. Like,
remote play.
That's what I'm saying. Remote play on your phone.
You use remote play. If you don't have another, use it on your phone. If it's that deep, like you're gonna deal with whatever phone you got. You can do it on a Mac. I mean, you can do it on your PC. You can do it on your laptop. You can do it on your tablet.
This is one for the collectors.
I hope it's gonna probably do worse than the VR2. You know that. Well, no.
Is VR2 failing?
Costs way low.
Is VR2 failing?
Yeah, you forgot that shit even existed, didn't you?
No, I didn't forget it exists.
Bro.
I want it, but I haven't heard them. I haven't heard them saying they was making more games past the opening launch.
They ain't announced shit.
Like I was hoping they get Half-Life Alyx.
I don't know a single. Phil don't even have that shit.
Well,
nobody has it.
Hey.
I don't know a soul with a VR2.
Yeah.
Well, it's just like, what are y'all doing? I think what I think. This is a wild theory. I think they keep trying to make hardware to sell because of the big loss that they're taking on the console.
Uh-huh.
You think? I think they keep making hardware because they had to. I'm sure the PlayStation 5 is powerful.
Yeah.
I think they took such a cut on the sale of it that they just making.
Yeah, they always take a cut on the sales of their stuff though.
But I think this is probably one of the big.
Yeah, maybe
because when you factor in inflation, the PlayStation 2 is $500 today.
Really?
So we really get like when you what PlayStation 2 cost when it came out.
Yeah,
is $500,
and I can't see people paying like no $1,000 for no PS5.
Exactly. So I
especially
think
during the time when it came out with COVID and all.
I think the loss is pretty bad. So they like we got it. I'm not even mad at like shit like the earbuds. I'm not mad at that because y'all did only do headphones. Some people may be like, man, I prefer earbuds. You know, I could take one out and still hear. You know, shit like that. So I'm not mad at you making products. Just make the price make sense. Yeah. Now you're asking me to buy. I have to buy this device, and in order to hear it, I have to buy your other peripheral too, which is over $100. And then I already have to have your $500 console. Like if I could play everything on that shit natively without a, why y'all didn't just make it till you don't need a PS5? Y'all could have charged $350 for that thing, and it's a portable PS5.
Yeah, I stand by what I said. It's gonna be a collector's. It's gonna be a collector's thing. I doubt it's gonna sell much at all. Yeah.
Oh, fuck y'all! All right, that's crazy. Yeah. So while we're on Sony and they bullshit, so if you guys haven't seen my video from earlier today, PlayStation Plus has decided to up the price on all of their tiers of their PlayStation Plus subscriptions.
Okay, see, this I ain't heard about.
So, how much do you think? I know you know me. I'm a cheap ass nigga, so it could go up $1 and I'm a bitch. So, how much you think they went up from the $60 a year?
$60 a year.
What you think the price is now?
I want to say 65 or 70.
What's the final answer?
On Sony, I'm gonna go 70.
Can I get a drum roll, please? $80.
Dang.
You was close, kinda.
Dang.
You ain't have a big range, but you still ain't even say 75. Because the 5 is weird, I know. But yeah, $80.
$80 for the year.
For the year. Beginning, if you, I want to say November 6th, some date in November. If you buy after it, so like mine's is in October randomly. So if I renew in October, I'm still gonna pay $60. But okay. I think the date is November after that. You gotta pay
$20,
sir. I'm not buying it even for the $60. I'm not getting it no more. Especially having a PC, I'm not paying for it because whether it's I pay $60 or $80, y'all got me fucked up.
So you just ain't gonna play online no more.
I got a PC. Everything that's multiplayer 9 times out of 10 I can get on PC. You know what I'm saying? I'll get Spider-Man. I don't need to play online. Spider-Man, Wolverine. I don't need. Even if I wanted to play Fortnite and Overwatch, ain't that free anyway? I don't think you need the service to play those.
I think if you're playing them on PlayStation, you still need the service.
It don't matter. I can play it on here. So either way, but I don't think that's the case, bro. I really think Fortnite you can play anyway. I really believe that. But yeah, I made a whole video on this, bro. Like, there's what?
Yeah.
Why?
I don't know if I can follow you on that. I'm probably just gonna get a couple years before it hit that. You know.
I mean, yeah, because you're not on PC hard, but. So, but how does that feel? You're being strong-armed into
it's messed up
to the access to play with your friends for what reason? And they had the nerve to say this price increases so we can continue to give you the performance of the blah 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 blah. No, get what's new. Am I gonna get Spider-Man with this shit? No. And all of the tiers went up. That went up $20. The second tier went up $35, and the third tier went up $40.
Huh.
Probably 50. I think it went up 50. I could be wrong. It's either I know it went up 20 the basic. The second one was 35. It went up, and I believe the last one was either 50 or 45.
It's an expensive hobby.
35 or 40. 35 or 40. And I'm like, and they didn't announce that you're not getting anything for that. Like, what is going on? Like, you see what I'm saying? This is why I feel like they took such a big loss on consoles because y'all nickeling and diming us for random shit. Why are we paying more for the fucking online services when I feel like it's bullshit that we pay for them in the first place anyway? That whole idea is bullshit anyway because PlayStation aren't keeping up service for the games. The developers are keeping up service for the games. That has nothing to do with Sony. And we already pay for internet. Why am I got a PC now. Like I said, whatever come out on PlayStation, what you think PlayStation finna make some multiplayer that's exclusive to PlayStation that I need to play? I doubt it. And if they do, whatever, I might pay for it. That game better change my fucking life. Don't make no Call of Duty clone think I'm gonna pay. They got me fucked up. All they doing is it might be a ploy to push everybody to PC so we can get a subscription service to Bethesda, to FromSoft, to EA, to all that shit.
Everybody wants
what they're trying to do.
On their subscription services.
They might be trying to push us to PC, bro. I'm not surprised. Yeah. Motherfuckers be conspiracy theorists. I think this is a conspiracy for real. Because
I don't know if I go with that, but
I mean, yeah, I'm being a little facetious, but you know what I'm saying? It's just kind of like, how do you justify going up that much on each tier to say we just want to continue? Y'all ain't adding shit.
Yeah, no, it's definitely hurt the people's pockets in general.
Like all other subscriptions are going up too, but the reason I somewhat can justify that a little bit more is because of all the licenses you have to pay for, and a lot of these networks are making their own films and shit. You know what I'm saying? Like Max and Netflix, like they're producing their own shit. They're not just taking licenses. Yeah. Of course it's annoying. We got to pay more, but it's a little bit more understanding, especially with them cracking down. At least they're doing real practical things like cracking down on password sharing. Because in all honesty, we all know that we stealing when we share passwords. Yeah. Like, you know that you're really not supposed to do that. That's not what they want you to do.
Of course.
So that at least that decision makes sense, but now you're charging the idea that we're paying for it in the first place anyway is stupid, and then you're going up for what? To say you're going to continue doing the same shit?
Yeah.
Game Pass is giving you AAAs day one.
Yeah, they're going to nickel and dime us in general just because they can in this aspect. People, stick with their systems of choice, play with their friends on their systems of choice. It's the whole ecosystem. They probably say that's what you're paying for in that aspect, but I never understood why we had to start doing it in the first place, why you start paying online in the first place.
It was crazy.
And why, that kicked off in general. Like
it was like
it's
it was like everybody
really
I think it was like people like online, let's charge them. I think that like there's like people really enjoying this playing together stuff. Let's make them do
it's part of the infrastructure now. When people been doing it for all these years, but I don't know why it needs to go up. I don't see anything changing big with the internet.
If anything, why you would gain a base by going down because games are $70 now. All this DLC. It's like literally what we talk about when people and companies try to maximize everything. Only people that get fucked is the consumer.
Yeah,
like we're gonna more ways to charge them more for everything. Nothing is ever gonna go down in price. We gotta just keep charging more so we can make more than we did last year because we do have to give bonuses. We do have to give raises. We do have to do benefits. We gotta figure out how we can make more money so we can do this. Yeah, it's like bad. Capitalism is scary at this point.
That's pretty bad. But yeah, I don't know what to do at this point.
Like you said, pay $80 and be like, oh well.
I'll put it this way: I will pay $80 if I continue to play at the level that I'm playing now. Like if I'm still playing stuff online with my friends, if I'm still doing the same thing.
I think you should just upgrade your PC.
Just upgrade the PC.
And yes, it will cost more, but
I mean,
it's gonna get you further.
You're not wrong in the sense of Sony is putting more of their games on PC in general,
and that too. They are putting a lot more. God of War, Ratchet and Clank, The Last of Us, Spider-Man.
It won't come out day one.
You ain't gonna get it the first day, but it's honestly, the thing is, you can still get it though. You have a PS5. I'm getting Spider-Man still, but I don't need PlayStation Plus.
Yeah.
To play that. Y'all putting out. Then you motherfuckers, you announced this shit when you putting out the free games for next month is Spider-Man, Saints Row.
Oh yeah, I heard about
Saints Row, Dark Black Desert, whatever the hell that is, in Generation Zero, which I heard was like the lowest rated game of the year or some shit. What is happening? And then you charging us more for this?
Yeah.
Are y'all gonna up and be like, hey, if they put out Spider-Man the first one as the free game for October, that would be a sign of maybe there's good to come. And maybe you can justify your service. Because I think they probably still, I bet you Spider-Man still probably $50, $40 right now, the first one. Not even Miles Morales. So Miles Morales probably $60.
On PSN, it probably is.
Yeah. So if you did that, that would show a goodwill, but I don't think that's going to happen. You announced it with a game like Saints Row.
It's their moneymaker.
Saints Row.
Yeah. It's not a good look. Not a good look at all.
I hope they get bullied into backtrack. I said this in my video. Just remember when Xbox tried it. And they only went up $10.
Yeah.
I think it was Xbox Live. But it was live, right? It wasn't even Game Pass.
And they getting rid of the games with gold and switching their whole
system. Okay, what is I thought they I'm not in the economy, so to my understanding, it seemed like it was a renaming more so than like getting rid of.
That is what it seems like, because I got Game Pass Ultimate. And which Ultimate encompasses everything. So you get the games with gold. Tier? Yeah, you get the games with gold. You can play on your PC. You can play Game Pass. Oh, yeah. You get all that stuff included.
There's an option to not have PC.
From what I'm hearing is that they're getting rid of, because like it was Game Pass, games with gold, and then Games Ultimate. Okay. Put them both together. Now Games Pass is still staying around. Games Ultimate is still staying around, but games with gold is leaving. That's when they gave you 3 games.
Xbox Core or something?
Yeah, they gave you 3 games a month. And they was always pretty much bad. Like it was rare that you got something actually good. They was trying to compete with when PlayStation still is giving the free games and stuff like that. But PlayStation they was giving away better stuff, period.
At that point. Yeah. Ain't that weird how they trying to compete with each other, but one's outdoing the other in a certain way?
Exactly. So now they saying it's gonna be Game Pass Core, which I guess is like all the stuff that they own is going to be on there. I think I heard of like 20-something games, maybe 20, 30-something games.
It's going to be persisting?
Game Pass Core, you get to keep those games, period. And they'll update them, but it's going to be less than Game Pass. Game Pass is going to be updated probably more often than Game Pass Core. Than Game Core.
Okay, so it is getting renamed, but you're saying are you getting less with this change?
Yeah, less than Game Pass. But
the price is the same?
No. For Ultimate, I think the price is the same.
No, what's the right now as it stands? What's the lowest tier you could do? Games, Xbox.
Games are gold. You get your online, so you can play online, and you get 3 free games a month. That's the lowest tier.
But you just said they could get 20 now, though. The new one.
No, that's the new one. Games Core is you get 20 games, but you don't get 20 games a month. You just get it's a set thing of 20 games.
It's not.
Yeah, so it's like probably like it's gonna be like probably like Gears of War, Halo stuff gonna be on there.
Shit.
But not everything you get with Game Pass. Game Pass gets stuff day one and all that type. You probably ain't getting none of that type of stuff.
Okay, but the price is the same though.
Yeah.
So
from what I hear.
Okay. Do they have a tier of just paying for Xbox Live, which is just the online shit? Is that a thing? Or it's only that comes just like PlayStation Plus just comes with the monthly games?
As far as I know, no.
The lowest tier just comes with the monthly games.
Yeah, as far as I know, that's not the case.
I don't know. I don't know what kind of trade off that is. I guess if you was getting shit games,
depends on what games it is.
Yeah.
I mean, it seems like it's just better to go back Game Pass.
That's probably what they're trying to do.
But
that's what they're trying to do.
I don't know.
They're trying to push you up to Game Pass. I'm sure.
Yeah, because there used to even be a thing where you can get the basic one for $1. Like they offer that, it pop up in your feed or whatever.
But that was a promotional though.
Yeah, but they said they got rid of that too once they announced this core stuff.
Oh, they're not even doing promotional $1. What $1 for a month? You mean?
Yeah,
yeah.
But they was doing that for people who they didn't really have it.
PlayStation never even done that. Like,
oh yeah, of course.
Promotional for $1. They do a promotional for $1. As much as y'all motherfuckers charging, especially now.
Yeah.
Shit. I'm sorry, bro. This shit got me livid.
Yeah.
Like I'm mad. I'm legit mad because that's not $5. You're just 20 extra. Yeah. And that the mindset is you're paying it for a year, so you're not like because when you factor it in, it's less than $10 a month.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? When you factor it.
Yeah.
But paying for a period is already a big ass because it's stupid.
Yeah.
It's no point. And now you're charging more for what? What am I getting now? Why are you charging me more? Like I said, I can understand them from a business aspect why Netflix and them do that shit. Like, I get it. It makes sense, even though it's irritating as fuck as the consumer. You have to be honest that we're stealing from them. 1, 2, as they've grown, they've made their own shit that they don't even have to license out no more. It takes a lot of fucking money.
Yeah.
But this, y'all didn't even told us. You're not even giving us more of anything. Y'all not. And if you know that you are trying to do it to give us more, you need to say that. Shit, even lie about it. Damn, like you ain't even lie about it. They just said continue. Y'all talking about continue, bro. Y'all continuing to do the same shit that ain't impressive to charge me more.
Of course.
And it's been a lot of people saying they like, I'm just not gonna pay for it.
Yeah.
Especially a lot of people moving to PCs, bro. Like people learning, people still kind of. I was one of them. People think PC gaming is just like this difficult thing.
Mm-hmm.
It is. Starting up is a little bit of headache.
Yeah.
Starting is a bit, but shit, computers ain't what y'all think.
It ain't
no
what
more,
it used
man.
to be.
It ain't
is
what
a lot
it used
easier
to
what
be,
it used
man.
to be. But for me, it's just been a thing of like, I can't remember the last time I just sat down at my computer desk and played a game like
I can't
to completion. To completion.
That overdrive.
Like, oh, you beat that?
Yeah.
Oh, good. Yeah.
Not 100%, but the main story.
And I want to, like, I'm big into strategy games, and those are a lot better with mouse and keyboard, I found out, like, in general.
You just, the way you can move.
But I'm not used to mouse and keyboard, so, like, it throws me off sometimes.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. I mean,
especially
but if you
like
play with a controller, play with a controller. Shit.
I know. But, like, even that, like I said, like, some games are just better with mouse and keyboard, strategy games being one of them. So I'm, trying to get used to it. But then I'd be like, man, I just want to sit on the couch.
That's very true. I get it.
So I don't want to look at a small screen. I got 65-inch, it changes stuff. So
true.
That's the big thing. I'm so used to doing that that it's hard for me to switch over.
Yeah.
I'm not saying I can't. I'm not saying I won't. Because I like my PC. I like playing stuff on my PC. And Steam is awesome.
Yeah.
But
I ain't gonna lie, I damn near prefer this now.
You prefer it now?
Screen and everything. I damn near prefer it. Like, I won't like go as far as to play PlayStation Plus on here unless I'm streaming or if you're doing a video. Okay. Like if I'm plus, I'm in remote. Like if I just want to play the game to not do no work, I'll go in the front and play the game on the TV.
Gotcha.
But if I'm streaming and shit, I'll use remote play. But like Overwatch, I'll just get on here before I get on my PlayStation. Well, for one, I get higher frames too, so that I like that. It looks better on here.
There you go.
You know, settings like if Fortnite too, I prefer to play it on here. Okay. You know, also my setting isn't comfortable with that type of game, gotcha. But even nonetheless, I mean, I get what you're saying, but I think once you do it, you ain't gonna want to stop. Once you, like I said, if you upgrade your shit, then you can play whatever you want on it. You probably just don't go back.
Yeah, I get used to it.
I'm convinced. I do have to consider this though because I did want to get Payday 3 on my PlayStation.
Really?
I want to get it on my PlayStation. Why? I don't even know the reason.
I'm not saying you might have more people play with that on Steam because I think that was a big one on Steam.
You think it's a bigger community on the PC?
Yeah, it might be.
I can imagine.
Because that game jumped.
Because the casuals don't get on PC, but Payday isn't a casual.
I remember that game being on PS3, Payday 2, and it jumped.
Oh, you said Payday 2. I thought you said PlayStation 2.
Payday 2. It was on 2. No, it wasn't.
No, I thought you said PlayStation 2.
Yeah, no. Having it on PS3 and then PS4, and now people still playing on PS5. Even though I don't think it's necessarily come out for PS5, but see people still playing on PS5. They still offer it on sales every now and then.
I ain't gonna lie, when I saw 3 announced, I never played 1 and 2. I played like the demo of 1.
Yeah, they got a full complete edition and stuff, and there's all kind of stuff on there. They didn't had collabs with everybody.
Klein had a fucking skin on that.
Yeah, they had collabs with everybody. Like that game went hard.
So to be honest, I think that 3 might go. Maybe I was ignorant, but I don't know how big the 1 and 2 community was. But I think 3 is gonna be bigger than those 2. I think. I
hope so. I want to get into it. Like I said, I wanted to get a whole crew together.
I'm probably just gonna end up getting it on PC though, because at least I could play with the settings and shit like that. Go. And for my PlayStation, I just need to, I guess, probably only get what I need to on there, just because the space is shit.
There you go.
You know what I'm saying? Space, want to keep certain shit, and it's like you're limited as fuck. So I might just Spider-Man. You know what I'm saying? I probably Space Marine. I don't know. I feel like that. I don't know. I feel like my PC not powerful enough to make that look as good as it can.
Figure out what you want to do with that.
I might get on PlayStation because I don't think but shit, then I won't be able to play with people.
Yeah, true.
I don't get it. See, I might just have to get all my multiplayers on my PC, man. I might just have to do that.
Yeah. What you gotta do?
Yeah. All right. So, Mario Wonder. What is this? What is it?
Yeah, they had a direct recently, and it's basically a new big Mario game. It's a 2D side scroll, and it's not the full 3D, so it's not like you'll match it up with Odyssey and everything else like that. But it looks pretty good. Yeah, it looks pretty good. I usually play those games with my daughters and stuff like that, and that's fun. They have a lot of good tactics and stuff they have with it. Like we was playing Odyssey before, and we really liked that one. And I forgot the last one, Mario and
Galaxy?
Bowser. Oh, something. It was a 2D side scrolling one too.
Oh, I don't know about that.
Yeah, but that one was good too. But yeah, Wonder looks good. A whole bunch of changing things. You could change the whole world up, the backgrounds and stuff like that. Everything started flipping. Like they almost went kind of like a dimensional route and everything. So it's interesting stuff.
You heard about what they call the new Switch, the next Nintendo Focus?
No,
it's called Nintendo Focus.
Oh, really?
That's the name. So as of now, I don't know if that's like the call it the dev name. But you know how some shit be like Project Blah or something like that. Yeah. I don't know if that's the official. I think it's the official name. It's called Nintendo. I'm hoping they keep motion controls. They need to keep that. I just hope they. Do you think that Nintendo has room to not at least be on par with PS? I feel like they just gonna make a PlayStation Pro. Dude, is there room for that in 2023? I
don't know.
If they keep their exclusives, maybe. Because we've been letting them get away with it for this long.
True.
So and my guess is if it's a PlayStation 4 and it still only costs $400 or $300, they can get away with it with their exclusives, right?
True. It's possible.
But what third parties want to make their games for them? Because right now, oh fuck, we didn't put this on the list. The Xbox Series S is literally holding back.
Yeah.
And I told you that. Wait, did you disagree with me?
What?
When I said the Series S is gonna hold back? Maybe you did.
I don't know if we had that.
I know I argued with somebody on YouTube about it. I was in comments, boy. And I wish I knew who that motherfucker was. I was arguing with somebody in the comments on YouTube.
Okay.
And I was telling him that the fucking Series S is holding back next gen. And he's like, no, it's not. This blah, 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 blah. And literally, y'all getting less of the game now. Yeah. Baldur's Gate is less of what Baldur's Gate 3 is. Because it's got to be made for that.
I think it's going to open the floodgates to them to try to be more lax on that particular policy.
But can't they get sued?
I don't know. I mean, wouldn't Microsoft be the one suing them?
I think there's a...
Wouldn't Microsoft be the one suing them?
No, consumers. If you bought it on the premise that only like specs is down, not like getting a worse version of the game.
I don't know about that.
No, it's false advertisement. It can get. I think it can get there. I don't think it's happening in Baldur's Gate 3 case. Oh. I'm saying that it can get there in 4 years where they're making games that's taking full advantage of what these systems could do. Because right now we're only talking about, you're still taking away local co-op, which is something that some people might really want.
Yeah.
And suppose you got siblings that all want this game in your house and y'all got an Xbox Series S, which is likely because you got a lot of kids. You know what I'm saying? Like, well, I can't buy 3 consoles. They got 1 console, they gonna play together. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like,
I don't know about all that, but
I think the lawsuit could come in with false advertisement because if they were sold as it's almost got sold as like you got the same experience, you just don't have a disc. It was sold as, they did make concessions about it's not as powerful and like specs could be different. Like maybe this can run at 1080p and but the Series S is 720, or you know what I'm saying? Or this could do 60 frames per second for everything, and this won't necessarily always do 60 frames per second.
Gotcha.
People can make those concessions, but when it gets to the point where I'm not getting the experience in this game that I thought I was gonna get, that's where lawsuits can come for false advertisement.
I get what you're saying.
I think the potential is there. I'm not saying it's here now, but literally, y'all, if Baldur's Gate 3 is out now only for PlayStation simply off the fact that they can't make it work on a Series S, that's a problem, bro. Think about it. We only 3 years into the generation. Like, y'all literally said we can't hold back putting this game out. Like, we need to put the game out, so y'all just gonna have to wait longer because of this console, not even because of other shit, but like it's like y'all just gotta wait for y'all's.
Yeah.
And now that's like, all right, we ain't gonna wait no longer. We're gonna put it out, but we gotta make concessions, and now you ain't got the same game. Imagine when games get more complex. What's gonna happen? They just not gonna get it? Xbox Series S people, they're guaranteed to be able to play everything the Series X could play.
I mean, my question, how far are we into the generation now?
3 years.
3 years? Okay.
Consoles is usually 8.
So we at the very least halfway through, even if they want
almost
to make it short. Even if they
want to make it short. Yeah, even if it's 7. Okay. Yeah.
So if they stopped it now, then it'd be the next 3 years if you're not getting parity with the Xbox, both Xboxes.
That's a problem.
It
bro.
Depends. Because
you would be mad if you bought a Series S because you wanted to save
money.
What are they not
you
don't care about
with
disc,
Baldur's Gate 3.
You literally, I'm saying that it can get to the point where a game cannot be even put on there. That's what I'm concerned about.
Because I know the big things now is they were saying with like Halo and the Forza one, they're not getting the split screen because it's hard to do that.
But that was for the game, period. That wasn't just for the console.
Well, I think that might have been part of it as well, to be honest.
Oh, you think that's why they did it? Is so the games could be the same?
They have to make it.
So they just cut it?
Yeah. And I know that takes more processing power to do.
For something like a racing game.
Because you have to process the game twice to have it a split screen on one system on one TV.
That's ridiculous, especially with that type of game.
So I think that's part of what to do with it as well. But yeah, I mean, I can see people being upset with it, but I don't know if they have any legal recourse. I get what you're saying about. I get what you're saying about.
Do it. What I'm saying is
it's
now,
false advertisement. Yeah, but
if it gets to the point where they can't release a game on the Series S only, that's definitely a lawsuit. Okay. That's a lawsuit for sure. If like they can't make it at all, And I don't want it to get to that point, but I feel like in 2026 that's possible if y'all want to take advantage.
Yeah. I mean,
if y'all want to take full advantage.
Is this the first time too where a company has done it where it's like a less powerful system in the same generation?
No, it's
because like I even remember like the different Xboxes they had were all.
It's what they was told. I'm not saying you can't have it. I'm saying it's what you bought into. I'm not saying like you can't make a lesser system.
Yes, we'll see.
But if you told me that everything on the Series X, I can play on the Series S, and then that don't happen, that's the problem. Especially with how much it costs.
Yeah, I guess we'll find out.
That's the problem.
We'll be talking about it on here if they do start putting out lawsuits.
Rolling it right.
Oh, that validation.
Shit. Yeah, but we can wrap it up, man. Wrap it up. Yeah.
Had a good one today.
Hungry.
You hungry?
Yeah, I'm hungry.
Same here, man.
That's the same shit. I'm hungry as hell. Yeah, but thanks for tuning in, y'all. If you made it to this point of the video, the podcast, like, comment, sub.
Definitely
Shouldn't
appreciate
be too
y'all.
much to ask for. We appreciate it for real, man. But yeah, any cards, questions?
Nothing I can think of so far.
All right, so the next time, y'all, this Logix.
It's Ace.
Thanks for tuning in. Stay the Game Podcast. We out.
Peace.